Okay, I am Mindy Corporon. I am the co-founder of Workplace Healing, and that is my family. That is the last family picture that we all took together in 2013. And I'm going to talk about sadness. So I'm going to talk about sadness, and I'm going to talk about grief, because I had a personal life experience. But I promise I will not leave you there, okay? I promise. I've talked about this for 9 years. I will not leave you in the sadness. But sadness is real. So we hear a lot about, engagement and celebrating the parties and having a pizza party. But what about the other significant part of our lives when we experience real sadness in real life? So when you show up back at work and no one knows what to say to you or what to do for you and they ignore you, that is the wrong thing. And it's also not good to say the wrong thing, so you got to be careful about what do you say. Do you say, take as long as you need? Because that is not real. That's not reality for the employer, and it's not reality for the employee. So when you mishandle, as an HR team member, as a leader, as a manager, those are the people's, as a team, they're mishandling grief by, one, ignoring it. 25% of us are going to be grieving. So right now in the room, 25% of us are experiencing a grief event, right? So I would start out talking about death, but caregiving. How many people know someone who is caregiving someone right now? It is affecting 73% of our workforce right now. It's huge, caregiving. And divorce. Almost all of us probably know someone who is divorced, or we were divorced. I'm one of those people. So divorce is hard. It's a time suck, too. It takes energy out of you and productivity, and it's a grief event. Death, caregiving, and a divorce are the top 3 reasons that our employees experience presenteeism, turnover, attrition, etc. So we're in the middle of having our normal life, and we're involved in chaos. And what's happening at work? We're getting ignored. Nobody wants to talk about sadness, but it's real. So what's an employee like with foggy brain? If you have never had a grief event, you probably don't know what someone is like with a foggy brain. I can tell you. When you have a grief event, you either eat too much or you don't eat anything at all. You either sleep too much or you don't sleep at all. And all of that causes illness, right? That's just one example of what happens to someone who is grieving. And when they're your employee, they're not working well either. So you have to acknowledge them. Does anyone recognize her? Do you recognize yourself in this person? This represents presenteeism. Presenteeism is real. It means you show up physically at work, but you're emotionally not there. You're too busy thinking about all the shit you have to do with your divorce or your caregiving or the funeral that you have to be planning that you were not expecting, right? Because life happens. And so we have a couple of examples of things to do. You can have an A.B.L.E conversation. A.B.L.E means ask. Ask, do you have capacity? And then believe. When someone says, I can give you 2 hours, believe them. That's all they can give you. Don't ask them for 8 for another 2 weeks, right? Just take what they can give you. And then you want to listen and you want to encourage them to get back to life. Don't encourage anyone to get back to normal after or during a grief event. It's not possible. Just get back to life. I happen to open a B2B SaaS platform. That's what it looks like. It's not yet in an app. We launched our platform in 2022, and we help managers and HR people support grievers, because when I went back to work after experiencing a life event and a huge disruption, no one knew what to say. No one knew what to do. They didn't do really good things like gather their hands and give me a plant. None of that happened. None of that happened. I jumped from the office. This is what happened to me. I lost my father and my son, and no one knew what to say or what to do. And so I am passionate about disrupting HR and making sure that every one of you know what to do and how to help someone. Support your grievers, support your employees. Thank you.